I remember going up to his office. I remember having my coat on. It was November. It was cold. I remember just being told to go in there and literally take whatever he had on his notes app and to put it into his text messages and send it to Stephanie. So I wasn't expecting to stay there long. I walked in. He was sitting at his desk. He said, "Oh, hi, Brittany. How are you? Here's my phone." So he slid it across the table and I sent it to Stephanie. And I said, "Okay, all set." And he said, "Okay, did she get it?" I said, "Yes." And I gave him his phone back. And then he just said, "Oh, I think he said, why don't you, take your coat off or something?" And I said, "Well, I'm okay. Like, I'm going to go back to the office." I think I asked him, "Are you all set? Like, do you need anything else?" And he said, "No, that's it." And I said, "Okay, I'm going to go back to the office." So I remember him getting up and going around his desk. I remember him, coming around, and it was instantly like pulled me in, and I remember his hand just sliding right up my blouse. And I remember looking down, and I remember seeing his hand, which is, I would say, it's a large hand, and over my bra. This just went from 0 to 60 in 0.2 seconds. It was so fast.
So you said you went in, you had your coat on. What did your coat look like?
It was a black coat. It was a black, long winter coat.
And when you went in, were you zipped and belted up?
I believe that I think what I had done was I had taken it off when I sat down.
So at what point did you put it back on?
I believe when I stood up to leave. When I went to leave and stood back up, I just had put my coat back on, but I don't believe I zippered it.
And you pulled it back up before he came around and groped you. Is that right?
Yes, I definitely had my coat on me.
And you said you were wearing a blouse. What did your blouse look like?
I remember my blouse, and I don't remember exactly which color it was, though.
And was this a blouse that you were wearing untucked, or was it a button up? Or I'm just trying to get a better picture of it.
Yeah, it was untucked.
And was it a blouse that had buttons up the front, or was it just no buttons, but he came up from underneath?
Yes, it was no buttons. I apologize. I don't remember the actual specifics of the material or.
That's fine.